Hello there! In today's video, we are going to talk about factors and multiples. All natural numbers have factors and multiples, as I'm sure you've heard. But what are they? First, let's talk about factors of a natural number. The factors of a natural number are the numbers which divide that natural number exactly, that is to say, leaving no remainder behind. For example, for the number 6, the factors are 1, which divides 6 into 6 parts, 2, which divides 6 into 3 parts, 3, which divides 6 into 2 parts, and 6 itself, which divides 6 into 1 part. 1 is the number which divides all numbers exactly. This is because 1 is only one unit and falls into every number exactly. Therefore, 1 is a universal factor. Next, multiples. When a natural number is multiplied by any other natural number, including itself, the product so obtained is called a multiple. Therefore, a natural number is a factor of all its multiples. Let's take an example. 6. Its multiples are 6 times 1, 6, 6 times 2, 12, 6 times 3, 18, and so on. Therefore, 6 is a factor of 6, 12, and 18. And 6 is also a multiple of itself. So, we can see a number is both a factor and a multiple of itself. A number is a factor of itself which divides itself into one part. And when a number is multiplied by 1, we get the number itself. Therefore, it is a multiple of itself. Factors are the numbers which divide a number. Therefore, factors are always smaller than the concerned natural number. They can also be equal in the case of the number itself. Just like this, multiples are always either greater than or equal to that number. So, factors are always smaller than multiples. Factors are the numbers which divide another natural number exactly. And multiples are the numbers we obtain when multiplying that number by another number. Therefore, when someone asks you for multiples, take the original number as the smallest multiple and go forward. And if someone asks you for the factors, take that number as the highest factor and go backwards. It is also important to note that all factors except the number itself of a number are always either half of or less than half of that number. This is because a number cannot be divided into more than one but less than 2 parts. Next, let's go to prime numbers. Prime numbers are the numbers which have only 1 and themselves as their factors. Thus, all prime numbers have only 2 factors. Let's take an example. Suppose 19. Obviously, 19 is a factor of itself, and 1 is also a factor of 19 since 1 is a universal factor. But is there any other number in between that divides 19 exactly? Let's see. 2? Nope. 3? Obviously not. 4? Nope, since it's not divisible by 2. 5, 6, 7, 8, and 9 all don't work. And anything greater than 9 will not obviously work because half of 19 is 9.5. Therefore, 19 is a prime number as it has only 2 factors. The word prime number is derived from the Latin word primus, which means first. Prime numbers are the most important numbers because since they have only 2 factors, they are the building blocks for all other numbers which have more factors. These are the composite numbers. Composite numbers are numbers which have more factors other than 1 and themselves. The smallest composite number is 4, which has 3 factors, 1, 2, and 4. The smallest odd number which is a composite number is 9, which has 3 factors, 1, 3, and 9. And now let's go on to the next topic, even and odd numbers. First, what are even numbers? Well, even numbers are the numbers which have 2 as one of their factors. This can also be stated by saying that even numbers are divisible by 2. What does divisible mean? If a number is divisible by another number, That means the former has the latter as one of its factors. Therefore, all even numbers, as stated before, have 2 as one of their factors. However, odd numbers do not have 2 as one of their factors. This does not mean, however, that all odd numbers are primes. Most odd numbers are actually composite numbers. For example, as stated before again, 9 and 15 and 27 and so on. Next, perfect numbers. Perfect numbers are not written about here, but they are a very interesting concept. Let's take a number like 6. 6 has 4 factors, 1, 2, 3 and 6. These add up to 12, and 12 is twice of 6. If a number's factors add up to twice the number itself, then a number is called a perfect number. There are only 2 perfect numbers less than 100, 6 and 28. 28's factors are 1, 2, 4, 7, 14 and 28. If you add them up, you will get 56, which is again twice of 28. And finally, for some interesting facts about prime numbers. So, you might have guessed by now that most prime numbers are odd, 3, 5, 7, 11 and so on. But there is one more prime number, often forgotten but one of the most important, and that is 2. 2 might be an even number, but it is still a prime number. That's because it has only 2 factors, 1 and 2, that is to say, itself. Therefore, 2 is the smallest prime number and the only one that is even. But what about 1? 1 also has 1 as a factor, and 1 is, of course, itself. So why isn't it a prime number? You see, to be a prime number, a number has to have 2 distinct factors, 1 and the number itself. Therefore, 1 is not qualified to be a prime number. 1 is the only number which is neither a prime nor a composite number. And with that, we conclude today's video. If you liked it, give me a thumbs up. For more updates, hit the bell button, and for now, goodbye and thank you.